The goal of this video is to help you improve your weaknesses while fighting your opponents. I took 6 of the best tips and I'm going to reveal all of them into this video. Videos like these take an unhealthy amount of time and energy to make, so if you could consider using my code lukicha in the item shop, I would really appreciate it. We currently have 9 people using my code, and if we can get it up to 50, I will give away 2 free Exit subscriptions. First tip to improve your skill in fighting is aggression. It's when you're the one who's applying pressure and your opponent is the one who plays defensively. The reason this tip is so crucial is because mastering your skill will improve the time that you need to end fights, and also being able to make more plays on your opponent. Starting a fight off, you always want to make sure you get the most damage as possible when you're going for a beam. Now, a big mistake that a lot of amateurs make is they start off a fight with the wrong gun. Come on, don't lie to me. I know you started off some fights with a shotgun that deals 20 damage when you could have pulled out your AR and do 80 plus damage. This is a simple tip, but it makes a huge difference in whether if you're gonna win the fight or not. Cause having a big health advantage will make the opponent box up after you shoot him, which circles back to what I was saying earlier, that you need to be the one that's applying the pressure. However, let's pretend you did 20 damage with a shotgun. Sure, your enemy may react to that and box up for a second, but after he checks his HP and see that he is 180 health, he realized that you didn't do that much damage to him, which also means that he's gonna try to apply pressure to you now. Reason players make this simple mistake is because they have a bad habit. Because when they see an opponent, they think that it's time to shoot them instantly. When in reality, most of the times you always have enough time to swap to your AR and deal more damage. Because unless he sees you, it's not possible to react to that. And unless if they're hacking, of course. But get that out of your head, stop panicking when you see an opponent, and use your brain. Actually think and figure out which gun should I use right now to get the most damage possible. Now, what pros do to apply pressure as quick and as hard as possible is swapping between pickaxe and their gun. Now, pros and cons for pickaxe is that it's great because you don't have to reload, because it's a pickaxe, but you may be surprised to hear that it's too slow. If you use your pickaxe all of the time while trying to apply pressure, then you're not gonna get anywhere with it. That will literally give your opponent enough time to heal, which is the reason he was boxed up in the first place. And after he heals, he will try to reverse the aggression. But of course, your SMG or even AR only has X amount of bullets in it. And once again, if you reload at the wrong time, it will give your enemy enough time to heal. So what do? You swap between your guns and pickaxe while applying pressure. And you either have to finish the fight before your AR runs out of bullets, or you have to find the time to reload when your opponent is making a lot of boxes, for example, instead of healing up. Before we get to the rest of the video, you should check out my course on how to improve in Fortnite. It's called Relentless Academy. Relentless Academy is for people that are tired of being at the same level for too long. You play the game every day, but you simply cannot improve, and more importantly, don't know what to improve. We all have those times where we hit a skill gap and are just not able to improve for a certain amount of time. But if you don't do anything about it like most people, that's when you give up the chances of becoming a pro and you'll be on your way to downfall. To prevent that from happening, me and my team made a course where we teach people how to improve every aspect of the game massively. So, I'll be waiting for you there. The second tip to getting better at fighting is with swapping between playstyles. Now, this may sound a little confusing, but hear me out. I've always been saying this on my channel, but I'm gonna say it again. You have to know when to play fast and aggressive, and you have to know when to play slow and passive. This requires mastering more than one playstyle. This also connects to your decision making. When you're given a massive opportunity, you have to decide if you want to take it or not. So if your decision making is too slow, then you're going to miss out on opportunities that you should have took action on, which will decrease the chances of you winning fights. Knowing more than one playstyle is also really smart because you're switching your playstyles between the fight, and then it's hard for your opponent to make a play on you because he can't really predict what you're gonna do next. So I would suggest for you to master 2 or 3 playstyles. First being aggressive and really fast, second is playing passive, and third is a little bit of both. Third tip is focusing on your opponent. Now, this depends on the situation of the fight, and the reason I put this here is because some of you may not realize you're doing this, but you're actually focusing on your building and editing and just mechanics in general, when you should be focusing on what your opponent's going to do next. Just like in chess, you have to predict what your opponent's trying to do, and if you only think about what you're gonna do, then you're quickly going to realize that you're gonna get destroyed. So rather than thinking about how much bullets are in your guns or how many mats you have to focus on what your opponent is trying to do. Now, that might sound crazy to you guys, but I'm talking about at the beginning of the fight. Because if you're a smart player, then you would forget to reload all of your guns and remembering how many mats that you had before the fight even started. But obviously, when a fight has been going on for a little, then you shouldn't forget to check your bullets and your mats, because you might lose if you don't. Tip number 4 is being able to detect your opponents. And what I mean by this is analyzing if they're good or not, just by little things like their movement. If you get better at this, not only you will know which fights are right to take, but it will also save you a tons of games. Because if you literally fight everyone you see, eventually you will come across a professional player that's 10 times better than you, who you stand no chance against. So avoid those kind of players if possible, and if you see someone sprinting around looking for people in ranked, then it means that they want to fight, which also means that they're most likely good. Because confidence literally scares everyone and manipulates people. We've all been in that situation where the opponent we were fighting was super fast and confident, so we started to feel nervous and lose the fight by making a mistake. And being scared to fight someone in Fortnite is the most terrible thing to feel, because you will definitely lose in a second. But what you can also do is flip that and you show confidence. And the easiest way to do that is by playing aggressive, going for the right peaks, and sometimes even going for the trades. Because trades most of the times are bad, but sometimes they're essential to do while fighting someone. Tip number 5 is understanding the meta. Knowing which items are broken or even which gun bullets can go through walls are important in Fortnite. Let me give you a simple but good example. Look at the nitros. 95% of the time any pro finishes a fight will most likely be with going through a wall with a nitro and killing them. And you literally can't outskill that. You gotta deal with the fact that sometimes Fortnite puts items or guns so broken that they can't be countered. And you already know the good old expression, which is if you can't beat them, you gotta join them. That's exactly how it is. You need to start abusing the broken things that Fortnite creates. Stop telling yourself that you're too good to use them, or you would never use them because you're not a pussy or some bullshit. If something is OP, it is Fortnite's fault because they didn't balance it out correctly. So instead of crying, try to understand how you can use it better than the others to gain bigger advantage against them. Because unless you have a lot of people complaining with you, then Fortnite is not going to change or balance a single thing. Nitro was just an example, but every season, look at all of the guns, items, or even cars, and analyze which of them are broken and abuse it. Tip number 6 is game sense. Now we all know that wide open edits are really bad, but instead you should make right hand pick edits and blah blah blah. But have you ever been in a fight and you thought to yourself, I can literally make a wide open edit on this guy and he won't be able to hit me back? That's your game sense. And it kind of connects with your overall experience in Fortnite. Because the more you play, the easier it will be to trust your feelings when you want to make a play on someone. And one of the most important things in Fortnite is to be calm at all times. I see a lot of people getting nervous because they're low or the opponent's destroying them and so on. This is natural if you're a beginner at first, and the more you play and remember to stay calm under any pressure, then the less you will be nervous while fighting someone and you're low. We reached the end of this video. I hope you guys learned something. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you dropped a sub, because we are growing really fast on YouTube and my aim is to reach 10k subs by the end of this year, as well as use my code lukicha in the item shop, and have a good day.